Hey Leo, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
How's it going? Good to see you.
Um, I'm I'm good. I'm good. I'm off today, thank God.
Okay, congratulations. So happy to see you, and thank you for finding time to talk to me.
Sure.
It's a privilege to talk to you. Leo is my friend, and I actually my student of Russian because I teach him some Russian. So today, Leo and I will talk a little bit about learning languages because Leo is a polyglot. And also Leo is from the US, but he was born not in the US, as far as I know. So basically, it's
Oh.
very interesting. Leo, как дела?
Хорошо, как ты?
Нормально, спасибо. Лео, а откуда ты сейчас?
Я живу в США,
А в каком штате?
Техас, э, город Сан-Антонио.
О, это большой город?
Очень большой город,
Очень
очень
большой.
большой.
Я думаю, 2 миллиона, да, человек?
Да.
Очень
Да,
большой.
очень большой город.
Супер, супер. А почему ты изучаешь русский язык?
Потому что я люблю изучать языку.
Языки. Wow, that's
Языки,
good.
да,
That's good. So
да.
thank you very much for the introduction in Russian. Leo, of course, can speak much, much more in Russian, can discuss different topics, but today we will mostly speak uh, English, if you don't mind. So tell us a little bit about where you come from and how did you end up being a polyglot?
Well, yeah, I was born in Colombia, but I lived here in the U.S. Predominant amount of my life. I just learned how to pick up languages like by myself, you know. Learned also French. Well, that was also because I went to the French Olympics and I also had a nice French girlfriend, but that's another story. Uh, I started getting on TikTok, and that's how I also picked up Portuguese because a lot of people I talked to are Brazilian, and like I didn't understand. I mean, I understood Portuguese because it's very similar to Spanish. Then I picked it up and started speaking a lot more.
But where do you come from originally, and when did you come to the US? How old were you?
I was like 2 months old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I went back and forth.
Okay. So you
Yeah,
were born in Colombia.
yeah.
Okay, okay, very good, very good. Uh, and you went straight to Texas?
Yeah, I went to California, but most of the time I was there, I was in Florida.
So you grew up in Florida.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. And how many years have you been living in Texas?
Wow, 16 years.
Okay. Well, do you find
16 years.
Texas more attractive than Florida?
Yeah, it depends. Well, yeah, because especially the cost of living here, yeah, it's a lot more affordable in Florida. I mean, Florida's nice. I mean, the beaches and everything. There's so much stuff to do, but like cost of living wise, it's better here in Texas.
But the weather-wise is not as nice.
Oh, yeah, no. Florida is like the weather's really nice over there.
Okay.
Like right now, it's still got temperature of 25 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, in November. In November.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Leo, I like your honesty and everything. Tell me, what do you think of my English?
No, your English is good. Better than my Russian. Better than me speaking Russian.
It's not a compliment. It's not a compliment. I spent all my life learning English. But yeah, what do you think of my English in terms of speaking? You often, hear me speaking
Oh,
English.
no, you speak it really well.
Do you hear a lot of my accent, of my Russian accent?
Yeah, I can tell you Russian. Yeah,
What
yeah. When you
exactly?
talk
Because
like,
you are an expert in all this, phonetics. So what exactly do I say the Russian way? Like, what do I say wrong when I speak English?
no, you speak very well. It's just the like the way you say some things. You know, it's like you can tell you like. you're Russian.
What exactly? Like sounds or intonation or
Yeah, sounds, internet. Yeah, like for example, how you say sometimes 30. How Russian for Russians it's hard to say. You have to pronounce that. They say seven serchi.
so you
You
want to
know what I
say
mean?
I'd say 30, 30.
Like sometimes it's hard for Russians to say it. They say
No, for me it's not
serchi.
that hard, but I think
Oh,
when in the flow of speech,
yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, 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 yeah. Of course.
So yeah, I think
Yeah,
I say 30. I don't say, but sometimes I say 30.
yeah, yeah. Well, like how you say like seven, or like you say some words, like it sounds like you're
7.
Russian.
Okay, okay. Do you think it's possible like to um really become like a native speaker? For example, like if I talk about myself, is it
Like being
possible to become more like a native English speaker? Like if I spend, I don't know, hours and hours of listening and mimicking you or practicing or listening to podcasts, whatever.
mm, eh, mm, well, okay, it, it'll I don't think you'll be like fluent, but you're there, because now if you were like you learn Russian, like I
No,
mean,
you're
or
saying
Russian.
fluent and native. It's not the same thing. Okay,
Oh
fluent is
yeah, native. I'm
yeah.
sorry. Yeah, if you were native, yeah, like you want to be native. I don't think it's possible
So why?
because you
It's
weren't
an honest conversation. Yeah.
because you weren't like born here. You weren't like you didn't like if you came here as a child. Oh yeah, you'd be native. But you came here when you're later in years. It's like my parents. They've lived here like 40 years, but they won't be. They'll never be native because they came here like in their 30s and their 40s.
Yeah.
My
Do you
dad
do,
came.
like can you hear their accent? They're like
Oh yeah, when they speak English, yeah, yeah, you can tell. Yeah, it's English is their second language. But when I first came here, then I went to Colombia and then came back. I didn't speak any English, but I was like 6 or 7.
this is very interesting. Well, I totally agree with you. I'm not trying to, I don't want to,
Mm.
flatten myself. I know the truth, My son goes to English school for now, and one of my kind of language partners that I have here on BNAT channel, Steve from Seattle, we were talking recently, and he said like, your son sounds much better than you do. He has like Western California, Western American accent. And it's like, oh, I don't have Western American. He said, well, you're really good, but he sounds better than you.
Like he sounds like, hey, what's up, man? He sounds like he's from California. You know what? Yeah, dude. Like a
Yeah.
surfer.
Yeah. I don't know if you ever heard, I don't know if you heard my son on
Yeah.
any of my videos,
Yep.
but
Yeah.
anyway. So, okay, thank you. Yeah, thanks for honest answer. Now, about learning languages. So you said I picked some languages, or you used some other term. What do you mean by picking language?
No, no, I'm not picking language. It just came natural to me. Like, for example,
Well,
uh,
English came naturally because you were in the
yeah,
environment. But
yeah.
what about like French and Portuguese and other
Oh,
languages?
I just bumped into people who spoke French, and then it went on from there.
Are you fluent in
Uh,
French?
yeah, yeah, I'm fluent. Yeah, je peux parler français, pas de problème. Et j'ai beaucoup d'amis qui parlent français.
Je ne parle de français. Je suis professeur de russe, but I don't speak
Mais
French.
tu parles français maintenant? C'est
Comme
incroyable.
si, comme ça. Pero puedo hablar español un poco. No perfectamente, pero puedo hablar español, porque
No, pero
es mi segundo lengua extranjera.
No, me parece bien, mano, pero lo que no entiendo, pero sí me entiende cuando hablo, pero dice que
Yo
hablo muy
no, no,
rápido.
no totalmente entiendo que
Ok,
digas todo el tiempo,
perfecto.
pero me parece que puedo entender aproximadamente 100 o más por ciento, you know?
No, 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 todo bien, mano.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah. So, but
No, listo.
I believe my Spanish is around like A2 level, maybe, sort of. So it's
No, no,
I can speak some
viejo, si lo habla
basic
bien.
things. I can speak about, just general things in Spanish. I can have a
Ujú.
conversation. But yeah. So what other languages did you learn? You learned French, Portuguese, and you are native in English and Spanish.
Spanish. Yeah.
So
Uh, and then the moment I'm learning Russian, I also took a couple of semesters of Japanese.
where?
Yeah.
Online?
Yeah. No, no, in class.
Like
When
physical
I
classes
yeah,
in text?
yeah, when I was taking some college classes, and I also took some Chinese, but I'm a little rusty. I haven't practiced it in a good while. I was speaking it like I could speak it to an extent, but it's a little rusty right now. If you don't practice, you know, you need to keep practicing.
How did you learn Chinese? Like, what was the environment?
Oh, I learned it with the tutor. Yeah, like I could write it to an extent if you talk to me. Like I go sometimes to Chinese restaurants here and I ask and I try to talk to them in Chinese. They understand me though. I'm not like can like speak slow, please.
Okay.
Mom, mom, the show by 12.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. So you find joy in learning languages, don't you?
Oh yeah, I do. I do. I like learning about other cultures, other stuff. To me, it's fascinating.
Yeah. What do you think about learning Russian? Like, how hard is it for you?
Ooh, yeah, it's challenging. It's challenging because the different ways of saying go, like I, Idu or Hadith, NSB, Sebe. Yeah, it's complicated, but
But you
I'm
you've
getting
made a
there.
lot of progress. You've made a lot of progress,
Yeah,
since you
I'm
started.
trying. Yeah,
That's really good.
sometimes it'll. Oh, больше спасибо, спасибо.
Yeah, I want to compliment you. Like Leo is really good for instance, he always tries focused on saying something in Russian. Like if you're in this Russian, you don't want to use any other language. And I think it's the first time I ever speak English with you. But I've known you more than a year.
Like I try my best not to speak. I don't want to speak English. No. Like for example, when I get on TikTok and I meet also people like from Russia, and they try to talk to me English, I'm like, я не понимаю по-английски. Английский нет. Только русский.
Okay.
And even though I might struggle, but I want to learn.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, so well, what do you suggest for people who are going into this endeavor of learning a foreign language? Like, what would be your top five tips or recommendations? Like anything that's coming to your mind doesn't have to be like in the priority.
Uh, Go on YouTube and watch some videos, watch movies, listen to conversations. That helps a lot. Or take Russian courses or language courses like on Zoom, like me. That helps.
Okay, so
But
interact,
yeah,
listen. Mhm.
yeah, 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 people.
Okay. Use any apps?
Yeah. Mm, depends what app. Depends. The one that everybody's familiar with, it doesn't help.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
And
owl one. But
yeah,
you can pick something from there, right? You can pick something from Duo. But I think it's more like, it depends what language you're learning. For example, if you're learning very rare language, I think it's really cool to use this app.
yeah,
But
yeah,
if you learn some very common language, especially like English, there's so much stuff, in English out there, in YouTube, everywhere. There's tons of materials, like tons of materials. Everything like you can learn English for free online. I mean, of course, it's always nice to have someone to talk to. That's the best way to learn because when you listen, it's an input. You just
hmm,
listen, listen, and listen, but you have to talk to somebody, and this somebody has to correct you, hear your flaws, right? Correct you, and it's
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
anything
yeah,
else, like reading or something.
yeah. Reading too. That helps too. Or listen to like I said, listen to conversations and make sure they don't speak too fast.
Do you actually work on vocabulary, like, or is only like oral for you? Everything like you listen and talk. You don't do anything in like you don't write. Do you write things down, like some new vocabulary or something?
Uh, no, I'm mostly like I like to listen.
Your audio,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
visual sort of learner
Mm,
type.
actually, let me make a correction. Both. I'm more. Read. I like to see and listen. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
50-50.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. So, okay, so Leo's recommendation. Listen as much as you can. Use like all these videos, etc., especially the dialects, especially when there's conversations. Have a language partner, tutor, teacher, whatever you can find or afford. What else? Reading, you said, and apps. Leo doesn't recommend using apps. So,
Mm-mm.
and that's it, right? And what about timing?
Yeah.
Like, how much time do you feel, for instance, when people start learning a language, they like, oh, how much time do I need to learn this? It's a very typical question people ask me, when they start learning a language. What do you think? What do you say on that?
Mm,
Like,
takes a yeah. It's
do you have to be ready like for a long term? Because some people, when they start learning a language, they think like it's like 2 months and you will be speaking the language, you know?
no, 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 no. Mm-mm. No, it takes time. I've studied Russian for a year and I still make mistakes. And sometimes I forget the words. Yes, it takes time. And depends the language you're studying too.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Especially if these languages are related to each other, like Spanish and Portuguese, for example, right? It's a totally
Oh yeah.
different thing that learning, for example, Japanese for you.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah.
if I learn Serbian, which is related, it's one of the Slavic languages, for me, it's going to be
Hmm.
much easier than learning, I don't know, Norwegian.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, Leo, thank you so much. It was
No,
a
thank you.
very nice and productive conversation. Thank you so much for finding time, and thank you for being honest with me about my Russian accent.
Or you can be honest about my accent in Russian too. I'm kidding.
Okay, thanks, man. Thank you.
Спасибо.